Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. We are the Group 6 that will talk about the ensuring teacher quality through competency frameworks and standards. In this topic, we can distinguish between teacher quality and the quality teachers, relate the competency framework for teachers in the Southeast Asia or the CFTC to teacher quality, and the Philippine Professional Standards or the PPST Career Stage 1 beginning teachers competency and how it can assure teacher quality in the Philippines. Okay, question. Are qualified teachers really quality teachers? Teacher quality really matters the most, but it's a bit difficult to define because of the criteria for doing changes from one person to person, from one community to another, and from one era to the next. But most of the educators and policymakers are agreed that the most important school-related factors influencing achievement and outcomes is teacher quality. So what is teacher quality? Teacher quality is said to be the most important factors influencing learning outcomes. It refers to the teacher's professional preparations, characteristics, and teacher's knowledge. The quality of teachers shows a stronger relationship to pupil achievements than school facilities and curricula. It is progressively greater at higher grades, indicating a cumulative impact of the qualities and teachers in school on the pupils' achievements. There are core elements of teacher quality that should be included. First is the planning and preparation. It includes the knowledge of contents and pedagogy, knowledge of students' core instructional plans, and knowledge on how to assess the students' learning. Next is the classroom environment. It includes the creating of culture for learners and managing the students' behavior. Third is the instructions. It includes the communicating effectively, using the discussion techniques, engaging students, and providing feedback to learners. And last is the professional responsibilities. It includes the reflecting of teaching, communicating with families, contributing to school and community, and developing professionally. What makes quality teachers different to teacher quality? Quality teachers, these are the teachers who knows their subjects, who knows effective instructional practices, and who value their students. Quality teachers are also the competent teachers. Teachers with global competencies are able to demonstrate knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions. They understand one's own cultural identity and its influence on personal dispositions and classroom practices. They know and integrate global dimensions in the subject one teaches. They engage students in learning. They use real-life, local, and global examples. They value the inputs of culturally and linguistically diverse learners. They create environments that encourage positive cross-cultural interactions. They model social responsibility in local and global content, and also they help learners find appropriate actions to improve local and global conditions. What makes a quality teacher? A great teacher is warm, accessible, enthusiastic, and caring. And also they possess good listening skills and take time out of their way too busy schedules for anyone who needs them. And also they are the teachers whom students know that they can go with any problems or concerns or even share a funny stories. Okay, in summary by this topic, quality teachers defines by their attributes and characteristics, while teacher quality is defined by the standard set for the professions and are validated by the students' learning outcomes. And that's all for that topic. And for the next topic, it will discuss by Miss Abayan and Miss Doctora.
So the next topic is the Competencies Framework for Teachers in Southeast Asia or CFTC. So in collaboration with the Thailand's Education Council, CEMEA Secretariat CMIS and the CEMEA Regional Center for Educational Innovations and Technology or ANATEC initiated the Competencies Framework for Teachers in Southeast Asia, which was in 2017. SUSEMEO, by the way, is the Southeast Asia Ministers of Education Organization, is an intergovernmental organization of the 11 Southeast Asian countries which was formed on November 30, 1965 by the Kingdom of Laos, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and then the Republic of Vietnam. SUSEMEO aims to promote regional cooperations in the field of education, science, and culture. So the purpose was to revitalize teachers' education and to promote teaching as a profession of first choice by professionalizing teachers pre-service and in-service development using this regional competencies framework as a guide. So as described earlier, teachers' competencies make up quality teachers. Competencies as defined in the framework are a combination of skills, knowledge, behaviors, and attributes that enable effective or superior job performance. So this competencies framework for teachers is a guide to improve teachers' performance across the region. So there are 4 essential competencies. So the enabling competencies are a set of performance criteria with success descriptors that describe observable behaviors expected for teachers to perform in a high level. So when used, this guide will promote common standards of performance among the teachers across Southeast Asia. So, the 4 essential competencies. First is knowing and understanding what to teach. Second is helping students to learn. Third is engaging the community. Then the last one is becoming a better teachers every day. So, the first essential competencies is knowing and understanding what to teach. So it is the ability of teachers to deepen and broaden their knowledge on what to teach, understand education trends, policies and curricula, and be updated on local, national, regional, and global development. So, diba, if we are a teacher, we need to understand the lessons on what to teach. So dapat if kita may maestro or maestra kahibaw ta sa unsa to itudlo sa mga estudyante, dapat kahibaw ta unsa na nga topic ato itudloan na nila. Then dapat i-broaden sa nato or mo deepen pa ta sa ilaha knowledge kung unsa to itudlo, dapat ikuan nato sa ilaha edad o kanang ilaha mga ability if kana sila maka-learn ba na dayon. So dapat kahibaw ta sa ato itudlo kay ngano if wala ta kita mismo maestra or maestro ta kahibaw sa ato itudlo, unsaon man pagkatuon si estudyante if kita mismo wala ta kahibaw unsa na nga topic ato gitudlo, di ba? So dapat kita maestro or maestra, dapat mo search search kay og unsa jud ning about topic ato gitudlo, unsa ning lesson kay what if ang ato estudyante mangutana sa kana nga topic nga imong gitudlo nila nya wala tay matubag, unsaon man na nato, di ba? Dapat ang estudyante naanay ma-learn jud nato, dapat naa sila mga pangutana matubag sad nato. So dapat updated sad ta sa local, national, and regional and global developments kay ug magtudlo ta og kanang nga topic pang kuan ato mga example niya kay kato pang mga 1990s, then ang estudyante di ba mga high-tech naman doon, so dapat ato sa level ang ato teaching nila. So next is helping students to learn. So it is the ability to know students, use the most effective teachings and learning strategies, assist and give feedback on how students learn. So dinhingapan if kita maestra, it is our ability to know our students, to know how to teach our students, to help our students what he or she needs to learn. Dapat kay bawtaw nakatun ba na siya, dapat if nagalisod at estudyante labangan nato di kay pasagdan lang na kay dili prehas tanan estudyante makatun dayon ang uban ilaha pa na sabtunjud o unsaon jud na ang uban dali ra makatun, so dapat mangutana ta nila if na ba sila nalibgan, di dapat approachable ta nga pagka maestra kay para ang mga estudyante dili mahadlok nato pag approach if mangutana ma'am unsaon day ni unsaon day na dali ra nila pag approach nato o kita sad mismo dapat approachable sa tanga pagka maestra para di na sila mahadlok nato. So if kita maestra sad dapat mo gamit tag most effective teaching and learning strategies, so mo gamit ingon ana ug sa nato pagtudlo nila para maka-learn sila dayon og unsa gi effective nga kanang teaching strategies para dali ra sila makat-on o maminaw jud sila nimo. Then at the end of the lesson dapat mangutan na ta og unsay ila na learn, mahatag feedback nila o unsay ila mga pangutana tubagon nato. Then dapat mangutan na jud ta sa estudyante nga unsay jud ila nalibgan para kuan ba ang kanang dili sayang imo pagtudlo kung dili na ka magbalik-balik kay if muhatag ka dayog activity din na pa kay estudyante nga wala nakatuon, so unsaon man luoy kay nga estudyante. So next is engaging the community. So it is the ability to partner with parents and caregivers, so involve the community to help students learn and encourage respect and diversity. So if kitay maestra dapat mo kuantag it is our ability to partner with our parents or caregivers, so dapat kanang kay bawta makighalubilo sa kanang mga parents or kanang mga yaya basta mga bata ang maghatod, dapat mangumusta ta sa mga bata, makigstorya ta sa mga parents, mumusta ta ug musta ng bata dito sila. So pananglitan natay estudyante nga sigig absent or matug sa klase or per bukating mangutan na taon sa problema ana nila sa ila kay para makatabang sadta, problema ana nila sa ila kay para makatabang sadta, makahibaw sadta. And then mangutan na ta pati pananglitan natay estudyante nga magsigig katog, mangutan na ta sa parents, ma'am ngano day sige nagkatog kay what if kana bata muntag na siya sa klase din kagabi trabaho siya, di ba? So dapat teachers ta kay bawta sa ato estudyante ug unsay ilaha mga status anha nila sa ilaha ba ni malay kay bawta mo sabot ana nila nga kan mo day sige siya katog kay mo day nahigitrabaho tabang sa pamilya. So di man tanan estudyante nga gifted o kanang naay may kaya, ang uban nagkalisod man, so dapat kita mismo maestra mo sabot jud ta makigstorya ta sa mga ginikanan para kay bawta unsaon nato pagdana nga estudyante. So involve the community to help students learn. So kanangitan kanang tree planting, diba dapat kita mismo sa maestra encourage sad nato ang kanang mga estudyante nga tara magkuan ta mag-tree planting ta kay para sa makatabang ta sa community. Then encourage nato sila og respect and diversity. So kita ato sila encourage nga dapat kita mismo na respeto kay di ba if wala kay respeto sa imo pagalingon unsaon pagrespeto sa uban nimo. So then the last one is becoming a better teachers every day. So this is the ability to know oneself and others, then practice human goodness and then master the teaching practice. So the last one is becoming a better teachers every day. So if kita mismo maestra di kay karon lang adlaw maayo ta, dapat kada adlaw maayo ta. So dapat ato ma-master sad ang ato teaching ato at pagtudlo, dapat ma-master na nato di kay karon lang adlaw, dapat ato jud na siya i-master. Then ang ato pagka maestra dapat we need to become better teachers every day, di kay karon lang maayo kay ka din sunod adlaw maldita na kay ka sa mga imo pagdasa ng estudyante, di ba? So that's would be all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that informative report, Ms. Abayan. And this juncture, we'll go to the Philippine Qualifications Framework. It is a national policy that describes the levels of educational qualifications and set the standards for qualification outcomes. It was established in 2012 through Executive Order number 83 series of 2012. It also aims to benefit various sectors and stakeholders of education and training by encouraging lifelong learning of individuals, providing employers specific training standards and qualifications that are aligned to industry standards, ensuring that training and educational institutions achieve accountable and specific standards, and providing the government with common standards. Its specific objectives are as follows. First is to adapt national standards and levels of learning outcomes of education, to support the development and maintenance of pathways and qualifications, and to assist individuals to move easily between the different education and training sectors and between these sectors and to the labor market. And last, to align domestic qualification standards with the international qualification framework. And why we should align to this international qualification? For us to be able or to be globally competitive and enhance recognition of the value and comparability of Philippine qualification, and to support the mobility of Filipino students and workers. It has trifocal system. First is the Department of Education or the DepEd that takes care basic education like K-12 from kindergarten, elementary, junior and senior high school. The second one is the Commission on Higher Education or the CHED that takes care college to graduate school, and the last is the TESDA that takes care technical vocational training and certification. I have here a diagram about 8 level of Philippine qualification framework. As we all know that senior high school offers different tracks that includes the TechVoc. Students in the TechVoc track acquiring training that would make them eligible to pass the requirements for qualifications at levels 1 and 2, and under special circumstances level 3. Since senior high school students in the TechVoc or other no academic track also have the options to pursue levels 3 to 5, or to be admitted to college in pursuit of the level 6 qualification. But as early as the students completed to the junior high school, he or she may already obtain a qualification with level 1 if he or she passes the certification requirement. Likewise, TESDA is the agency mandated by law, Republic Act No. 7796, to promote and strengthen the quality of technical education and skills development programs in order to attain international competitiveness, and it provides qualifications from level 1 to 4 of the Philippine Qualifications Framework in the form of national certification. Take for example, Animation NC3, Automotive Servicing NC2, and Braid and Pastry NC2, issued when a candidate has demonstrated competence in all units of competency. Then, the level 5 to 8 are interfaced with higher education. Now, let's go to the higher education by the CHED. It is divided into two, which is the undergraduate and graduate education. First is the undergraduate degree program located in level 6 of the Philippine Qualification Framework. Graduates must be able to demonstrate broad and coherent knowledge in their field of study for professional work. Apart from acquiring undergraduate degree, passing the licensure exam is an additional professional qualification framework level 6 requirement for graduates of discipline regulated by Professional Regulation Commission or the PRC. Without a license, such graduates are not eligible to work in their chosen regulated profession in the Philippines, although their baccalaureate degree may qualify them for employment in related professions or in the same profession in countries or institutions that do not require professional license. And in the graduate school, which is the level 7 and 8 master's and doctoral programs in the Philippines have two tracks, academic or research track, and the second one is the professional track. On the other hand, the Philippine Qualification Framework has a domain descriptors, which is the knowledge, skills, and values. This where you know or the competency, whether manual, practical, technical, or theoretical. Next domain is the application, are those skills applicable to a broad range of area or specific area only, or something that require leadership. Next one is the degree of independence described in the qualification based on the independence whether requires a lot of supervision or something have minimal supervision or self-executory. In level 1, with the qualification of NC1, its knowledge and skills is concrete and practical and applied in limited range only, and require very close support and supervision. In level 2, in domain of knowledge, skills, and values are practical and manual. It is applied in specific range where it needs supervision just like in level 1. Where in level 3, it is autonomy execution with team or group coordination. In level 4, it involves leadership. It is mainly theoretical, while in level 5, the diploma, it is mainly in theoretical and abstract, which require an extensive adaptation innovation. In level 6, which is the baccalaureate degree, execute independent or with minimal supervision, and graduates in this level have broad knowledge and skills. Likewise, in level 7, the post-baccalaureate program, in this level, graduates have advanced knowledge and skills, requires leadership, and has very minimal supervision. And in the level 8, the doctoral degree and postdoctoral program requires a management expertise, innovation, and leadership, and also it is self-executory and have highly advanced skills and knowledge.
Afternoon, classmates and to users. And now let's proceed to letter D, the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers, PPS. Based on the Teacher Education and Development map in 2006, Philippine teacher education is defined as a lifelong journey from entry to basic education in the DepEd to entry to teacher education institutions of CHED, to licensing as a professional teachers of the PRC, to employment to DepEd with a sensation of civil service or private basic education. Both private and public education and newly recruited teachers undergoes a teacher induction program or TIP led by the Teacher Education Council TEC, and the private institution are assisted by the Private Education Assistant Council PAC, while in a service that professional teachers continues a professional development through trainings by the duly authorized service providers of the PRC, or shall continue professional development through advancement in education or other activities on their own. So PPST is a public statement of what teachers need to know, value, and be able to do in their practice. It has 4 career stages: beginning, proficient, highly proficient, and distinguished. It is built on the National Competency-Based Teacher Standards, or NCBTS. So, what is the main purpose of PPST? So, the main purpose of the PPST is a framework for teachers' quality and teacher development. Among others, the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher is to technology for teaching and learning can be used in maintaining an efficient documentation process associated with achievement of the indicators across the career stages. So why PPST is created? So PPST is created by the module distributed by DepEd explains that PPST complements the reform initiatives on the teacher's quality from pre-service education to in-service training. So INSET, it is founded on the teaching philosophies of learner-centeredness, lifelong learning, and inclusiveness among others. So there are 37 strands in PPST and divided into 7 domains. So the 7 domains are the content. First, the 7 domains in the Philippine Professional Standards for Teacher is first, content, knowledge, and pedagogy. Second, learning environment. Third, diversity of learners. Fourth, curriculum and planning. Fifth, assessment and reporting. Sixth, community linkage and professional engagement. 7, personal growth and professional development. So, let's proceed to the next reporter. For the more explanation, expound for the 4 career stages and the 7 domains.
There are 7 domains in the PPST. The 7 domains collectively comprise 37 strands to refer to more specific dimensions of teacher practice. Each strand is calibrated according to the professional development scale, or as described, Career Stage 1, Beginning Teachers, Career Stage 2, Profession Teachers, Career Stage 3, Highly Profession Teachers, and Career Stage 4, Distinguished Teachers. In Career Stage 1 or Beginning Teachers, have gained the qualifications recognized for entry into the teaching profession. They have strong understanding of the subjects or areas in which they are trained in terms of content, knowledge, and pedagogy. Let us talk about the detailed competencies on the domains and strands of the beginning teachers. So, Domain 1, Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy, the strands. Content knowledge and its application. So, for example, ipakita ang kahibalo sa sulod og sa aplikasyon niini sa tibuok nga mga lugar sa pagtudlo sa curriculum. Mao na ang example. So, research-based knowledge and principles of teaching and learning. So, nagpakita og usa ka pagsabot sa nga gibase sa kahibalo og mga prinsipyo sa pagtudlo og pagkat-on. Next is positive use of ICT. Kini ang og kahana sa positibo nga paggamit sa ICT aron madali ang proseso sa pagtudlo og pagkat-on. So, next, strategies of promoting literacy and numeracy. Kahibalo sa mga pamaagi or sa pagtudlo nga nagpasiugda sa kahanas sa pagbasa. So next is strategies of developing critical and creative thinking as well as other higher order thinking skills. So sa mga estrahiya sa pagtudlo nga nagpalambo, critical o panghunahuna nga labi sa kahanas. Next is mother tongue, Filipino and English in teaching and learning. Ang paggamit sa Filipino sa inahang dila og Ingles aron mapadali ang pagtudlo og pagkat-on. So, classroom communication strategies. Nagpasabot sa hanay sa verbal o dili verbal ang pagdiskarte sa komunikasyon sa klasihanan
nga nagsuporta sa nakatunan nga nakasabot sa pag-apil o nakabuot. So, domain 2, learning environment. So, learner safety and security. So, gipakita ang kahibalo sa mga patakaran, mga panudlo ug pamaagi nga naghatag luwas og sigurado nga palibot sa pagkat-on. Number 2, fair learning environment. So students do not choose and follow only one teacher for their learning anymore, such as diverse environment provides students more options. For fair learning environment is very important to the students because they would feel that there is no competition in the class and avoid tension also. So kini ang pagsabot sa mga palibot sa pagkat-on nga napasiugda sa pagkamataronganon, paghatod o pag-atiman aron maawhag ang pagkat-on. So, management of classroom structure and activities. So, there are 5 priorities of classroom management. First is developing effective working relationships with students. Next is training students on how learning takes place in your classroom. Third is protecting and leveraging time. Number 4, anticipating students' behavior in well-written lesson plan. Number 5, establishing standards of behavior that promote student learning. So, mauni kay balo sa pagdumala sa istruktura sa klasihanan nga tagsa-tagsa nga nagtudlo sa mga nagkat-on nga adunay mga gamit nga nasa palibot sa pisikal nga pagkat-on. So, support for learner participation. There are 6 strategies to promote deeper learning. Number 1, help students uncover knowledge. Number 2, eliminate the front of the classroom. Number 3, encourage collaboration. Number 4, informally assist students. Number 5, designs lesson with flexible learning paths. Number 6, provide students with built-in tech support. So, mao kini ang pagsabot sa palibot sa pagsuporta sa kinaadman o nagdasig sa pag-apil sa estudyante. Susunod is promotion of purposive learning. So, effectively managing student behavior means using a set of educational practice and strategies on one hand to prevent and effectively manage inappropriate behavior, and on the other hand, creating and maintaining an environment that promotes both teaching and learning. So, gipakita sa estudyante sa pagkat-on o paglihok sa trabaho, pinaagi sa responsibilidad. So, domain 3, diversity of learners. So, learners' gender needs, strength, interests, and experiences. So, kinahanglan may bawaan usab nato ang ilang tagsa-tagsa nga mga panihanglanon sa ato aron makapang pangita tag solusyon aron matabangan nato sila. So, mo na ang example sa domain 3. So, next is learners' linguistic, cultural, socio-economic, and religious backgrounds. So, ang pasabot niini gawas sa pagkahibalo sa mga kusog ug kahuyang sa estudyante, kinahanglan mausab nato nga paningkamutan nga mahibaw-an ang ilang kagikan sa ilang relihiyon, ang sinultian nga ilang gigamit ug ingon man ilang kagikan sa kultura, aron masabtan namo ang pamatasan sa estudyante. So, learners with disabilities, giftedness, and talents. So, example, sama sa naibaw-an natong tanan, ang matag usa sa atong gihatagan usa ka talento nga lahi gyud sa uban. So, ingon ang usa sa ka magtutudlo, kinahanglan nimo hatagan ang imong estudyante nga mga kalihukan nga makapagpaayo sa ilang gihatag nga talento. Pundokon nimo ang imong mga estudyante sumala sa ilang mga talento ug magtudlo ka usa sa kalihukan nga angay sa ilang mga talento. So, learners in difficult circumstances. So, dili tanan mga estudyante gihatagan kahigayunan sa pagtuon. Makita nato ang pipila sa kanila nga nagsuri-suri sa kadalanan tungod kay walay nag-agiya kanila. Example, kanang ang uban ginikanan sa usa ka ang uban gikan sa usa ka nabungkag nga pamilya. So, ingon ang mga magtutudlo katungod namo nga masabtan kini nga mga estudyante tungod kay daghan sila og naagian. So, learners from indigenous groups. So, ingon ang mga magtutudlo, dili gyud nato malikayan nga adunay mga estudyante nga gikan sa usa ka lumad nga grupo. Labi ka maayo nga butang nga mahimo nato buhaton mao nga ipabatsyag nila sa ilang nga nakita. Kinahanglan nila mubati nga komportable og ingon ang man mabati ang pagkasakop.
So let's move on to the Domain 4, which is the curriculum and planning. So Domain 4 addresses teachers' knowledge of and interaction with the national and local curriculum requirements. So this domain encompasses their ability to translate curriculum content into learning activities that are relevant to learners and based on the principles of effective teaching and learning. So it expects teachers to apply their professional knowledge to plan and design individually or in collaboration with colleagues well-structured and sequenced lessons. These lesson sequences and associated learning programs should be contextually relevant, responsive to learners' needs, and incorporate a range of teaching and learning resources. So the domain expects teachers to communicate learning goals to support learners' participation, understanding, and achievement. So Domain 4 have 5 strands. First is the planning and management of teaching and learning process, where beginning teachers prepare developmentally sequenced teaching and learning process to meet curriculum requirements. Second is learning outcomes aligned with learning competencies. So, beginning teachers should identify learning outcomes that are aligned with learning competencies. Third is relevance and responsiveness of learning progress, where beginning teachers demonstrate knowledge in the implementation of relevant and responsive learning programs. Fourth is professional collaboration to enrich teaching practice, where beginning teachers seek advice concerning strategies that can enrich teaching practice. Last is teaching and learning resources, including ICT. So beginning teachers show skills in the selection, development, and use of a variety of teaching and learning outcomes, including ICT, to address learning goals. So next is Domain 5. So Domain 5 relates to processes associated with a variety of assessment tools and strategies used by teachers in monitoring, evaluating, documenting, and reporting learners' needs, progress, and achievement. This domain concerns the use of assessment data in a variety of ways to inform and enhance the teaching and learning process and progress. So it concerns teachers providing learners with the necessary feedback about learning outcomes. So this feedback informs the reporting cycle and enables teachers to select, organize, and use sound assessment process. So Domain 5 have 5 strands. first is the design, selection, organization, and utilization of assessment strategies. So beginning teachers should demonstrate knowledge of the design, selection, organization, and use of diagnostic, formative, and summative assessment strategies consistent with curriculum requirements. Second is monitoring and evaluation of learner progress and achievement. So, beginning teachers should demonstrate knowledge of monitoring and evaluation of learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. Third is the feedback to improve learning. So, beginning teachers should demonstrate knowledge of providing timely, accurate, and constructive feedback to improve learner performance. Fourth is the communication of learner needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders. So, beginning teachers demonstrate familiarity with a range of strategies for communicating learner needs, progress, and achievement. Last is the use of assessment data to enhance teaching and learning practices and programs. Beginning teachers should demonstrate an understanding of the role of assessment data as feedback in teaching and learning practices and programs. Next is the Domain 6, which is the community linkage and professional engagement. So, Domain 6 affirms the role of teachers in establishing school-community partnership aimed at enhancing the learning environment as well as the community's engagement in the educative process. This expects the teachers to identify and respond to opportunities that linked teaching and learning in the classroom to the experiences, interests, and aspirations of the wider school community and other key stakeholders. So Domain 6 has 4 strands. So first is establishment of learning environments that are responsive to community contexts. So beginning teachers should be able to demonstrate an understanding of knowledge of learning environments that are responsive to community context. Next is the engagement of parents and the wider school community in the educative process. So, beginning teachers should seek advice concerning strategies that build relationships with parents, guardians, and wider community. Third is the professional ethics. So, beginning teachers should demonstrate awareness of existing laws and regulations that apply to the teaching profession and become familiar with the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. Fourth is the school policies and procedures, where beginning teachers should demonstrate knowledge and understanding of school policies and procedures to foster harmonious relationship with the wider school community. So let's move on to the last domain, which is the Domain 7, personal growth and development. So Domain 7 focuses on personal growth and professional development. It accentuates teachers' proper and high personal regard for the profession by maintaining qualities that uphold the dignity of teaching, such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. This domain values personal and professional reflection and learning to improve practice. So it recognizes the importance of teachers assuming responsibility for personal growth and professional development for lifelong learning. So Domain 7 has 4 strands. First is the philosophy of teaching, in which beginning teacher articulate a personal philosophy of teaching that is learner-centered. Second is dignity of teaching as a profession, wherein beginning teachers demonstrate behaviors that uphold the dignity of teaching as a profession by exhibiting qualities such as caring attitude, respect, and integrity. Third is the professional links with colleagues. Beginning teachers should seek opportunity to establish professional links with colleagues. Last is the professional reflection and learning to improve practice, wherein beginning teachers demonstrate an understanding of how professional reflection and learning can be used to improve practice. That's all. Thank you.